Well, that was quick. What is going on, guys? What is going on, 27 Squad? Welcome back in to another video, and today we are talking about Devonta Freeman signing with the New York Football Giants. Now, I'll be honest with you, this was such a quick turn of events. I'm shocked and excited at the same time. I am a little weary about, about this run game still, even though we have Devonta Freeman. I'm very wondering how we're going to use him, but I think this is the best fit. I was actually going to make a video. I didn't expect the Giants to grab somebody this quickly of that name, like Devonta Freeman, that quickly, but I was going to make a video of what this Giant offense needs for as a running back, like what kind of running backs are useful for this offense. Now, I was going to start that video by saying, listen, Jason Garrett's offense requires a ground and pound running back, but unfortunately, that offensive line cannot handle a ground and pound running back. We need an elusive back, and Devonta Freeman was the first guy that come to my mind that we should definitely sign. So Freeman was on the top of my list. Now, I know what everybody's saying. Listen, this is not Jason Garrett's offense. He needs a ground and pound trucking running back to run in between the tackles. I get it. But unfortunately, this offensive line cannot sustain that. We've tried that for 2 weeks, and for the most part, to no avail. You've seen Dion Lewis, right? Dion Lewis last week, he had to, shift and bounce outside and do all these acrobatics just to gain a few yards. We cannot have a ground and pound running back on this roster right now. Like, a lot of people wanted Rod Smith, and shout out to Marjorie Simmons, one of my loyal subscribers. Marjorie, she said Rod Smith was on the practice squad when I said there was none, because I guess I didn't look at an updated list. But we have Rod Smith on the roster. Unfortunately, I don't think Rod Smith would make it on this roster. He needs open holes. He's not gonna make his own holes. He's a slower running back. He's a more of a bruiser back, ground and pound type guy. He needs the holes to be opened up. Unfortunately, the Giants offense can't do that. I think Dave Gettleman made a good signing here in signing Devonta Freeman, and because this offense needs a shiftier back. Unfortunately, we might not be as successful running those I formations and those strong eyes like we seen last week with Dion Lewis. I'm just shocked we got into the end zone on that goal line play. But, I like Devonta Freeman on this roster. Now, he signed a 1-year, $3 million deal. Devonta Freeman, 5'6", 206 pounds. He's a bigger back for a smaller guy. He's only 6 inches taller than I am. So, in total in his career, he has 951 rushes, 3,972 yards, and 32 rushing touchdowns. Receiving, he has 257 receptions, 2,015 yards, and 11 touchdowns. This guy can do it all. This guy is pretty much a 3-down back. I don't know too much about his pass protection, but he's pretty much a guy to go out there and catch the ball, run the ball. He runs the ball in between the tackles as well, but he's more of a guy that slashes you on the outside. I love what Devonta Freeman brings to the game. He's one of my more favorited players to watch in the NFL in his time with the Falcons. I'm not gonna say he's my favorite. He was one of my favorites, but he was one of the guys that I looked forward to watching when I watched the Falcons game. Now, he did turn down bigger money to play with the Giants. Now, I don't want anybody to get flattered yet. It's not because of the Giants per se. It's because of the shoes that he's filling. If Devonta Freeman could come in replacing Saquon Barkley, who tore his ACL, and have a decent season, he is going to make money elsewhere. Why is that? Because Saquon was failing before he got hurt. I mean, he had a terrible first 2 games. I mean, Chicago was actually pretty good. 4 carries, 28 yards, 7 yards a pop. Not too bad, right? But last, 2 weeks ago against Pittsburgh, it was bad. Devonta Freeman turned down bigger money because he knows this is the biggest spotlight here, because Saquon Barkley is hurt and he can make bigger money elsewhere in the following years. So, listen, props to Devonta Freeman. That was a very smart move on his part. Now, I don't imagine him being a bell cow running back. It's not like we use Saquon as a bell cow in the first place, even though we should have. I imagine this to be a committee. So if you're picking him up on fantasy, I know my guy Joe from the Fantasy Football Counselor asked me if Freeman is a good pickup on waivers, I'd say pick him up. You don't know what you're gonna, what he's gonna do yet. You don't know how he's gonna respond to this offensive line. But I'd say pick him up. But be wary that this might be a running back by committee thing, just because of how new he is in this offense. And Dion Lewis took the reins last week. I don't feel like Dion Lewis or Wayne Gallman are capable of starting. So that's why I think they're gonna throw Devonta Freeman in the fire and see what happens. If they have to run by committee, they're probably gonna run by committee. So I love this signing. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm not going to sit here and say that we're saved, that Devonta Freeman's our savior, but hey, he's a lot better than Dion Lewis, a lot better than Wayne Gallman, and a lot better if we run on Rod Smith, because I don't think Rod Smith would survive behind this offensive line. So that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new. I'm Kid Blue, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Woo!